Aunque ganes la batalla de hoy, hay demasiada violencia en este trabajo.
¡Vamos, vamos, vamos!
He's a guy who goes off to fight in the First World War and is disillusioned by what he sees as just needless death and destruction, and it changes him and makes him less inclined to, gives him sort of an anti-authoritarian streak, and he comes back and decides to be an outlaw, and he takes up with this beautiful woman who, they run off and become criminals together, and that's the way things get started.
Emma is your kind of quintessential gangster's mole. She's an Irish immigrant. Her father was a pimp, her uncle's a murderer. She doesn't know her mother, so you get a sense that she's come from a really fractious and broken world, and she's a survivor. She's seriously tough, and she's not looking back, not looking forward, therefore doesn't really think about the consequences of her actions. I loved playing her.
He's very sweet. Dennis has been really supportive. He's a wonderful writer. I've been lucky enough to adapt 2 of his books. As you point out, they've been adapted by masters as well. I was fortunate to get a chance to work on a nice piece of material like this.
All sorts of things. I kind of annoyed my Irish friends initially, and then I watched some Ken Loach, Wind That Shakes the Barley, again and again, and got morbidly depressed. And I worked with a dialect coach called Jerry Grinnell, who's incredible, to really work out how she would sound. She'd been living in Boston for 15 years, but the Irish community really stayed together, so if you still go to Boston now, you hear Irish accents everywhere.
I think so. It gives me a sensitivity to, I know what actors go through, I know what they've been through. I've been through it myself many times, and I have a pretty good idea of the kind of opportunities that I'd like to get, and I think that I need to be successful as an actor. And obviously not everyone's the same, but I try to keep an open mind and have a very liberal approach to how we're going to play the scenes.
He's one of the greatest directors in the world, and any actor would jump at the chance to work with him, and he actually exceeded every expectation. I've never been on such a happy, more nurturing set, and that really comes from the top, so yes.
Period movies are hard because you're very limited. You can only shoot exactly where you plan to. You can't see off the set because there'll be some modern traffic light or something, and it'll ruin it. So it's really limiting, and that was frustrating. I'd be looking forward to doing a contemporary movie again.
I never really do. I'm realizing contemporary films. Most of mine are historical and often real people. I don't know. Should try it.
Music inspires life.